What's up, GolfersRx? Mark Williamson, the Golf Yogi here, talking a little bit more about our Back to the Gym series. So hopefully wherever you are in the country, guys, you're coming out of a lot of the lockdown stuff, you're able to get back into the gym. Going through a number of exercises that I like here with some of my favorite pieces of equipment in the gym. Today we're going to talk a little bit about kettlebells. I love playing around with these guys. They're really functional for golfers. Let us get a good feel with it. If you've never played with kettlebells before, guys, start off really light because, again, all the weight is coming right here in this handle. They'll flop around a little bit and move, which makes it great to stabilize the shoulder, get some good work in there for golfers. So one thing that I really like here, guys, talking about balance. And again, before we get into this, if you've ever heard me talk about the balance at all, the benefit comes from the struggle. It doesn't come from doing things absolutely perfectly. So if this isn't perfect, don't worry about it, guys. We're going to talk a little bit more about that as we go. First one I want here, guys, we're going to drive this standing leg nice and strong into the ground. We're going to start to hinge, bring it all the way forward, little tap down, going to come all the way up, drive that front knee and drive that arm up into the air. So again, working that stability into the shoulder, working this balance on the right leg. So these don't want to be really fast, guys. We get the benefit out of this. Again, we're going slow. Even if we're struggling through this a little bit, trying to find that balance, that's going to get us a lot stronger than going through these perfectly. If you come out of these, guys, I want you to come down if you're falling out of this a little bit and just put down a kickstand. We want to keep that weight driving on that leg. Doesn't matter if every single one of these you have to put a toe down. If you're keeping this foot down and not coming out of it and, oh man, all right, now let's try it again. You're going to build some endurance and strength into that standing leg. It's going to help your balance a ton. So if you want to see it from the side here, guys, we're going to take a hinge all the way down, little tap, all the way back up, going to drive all the way up with it again. Let that balance work for you. Find that stabilization, that standing leg. You're going to find a lot of benefit out of this, guys. It's one of my favorite exercises I do with those. Another one, guys, really, really good for golfers. I go a little bit heavier on this. Usually when I do these in my own workout, I'll use maybe a 20-pound kettlebell. But just simple kettlebell swings, guys. So when we do these, going to take a nice deep squat. You might get a little momentum going before we start getting high with these. Going to drop low, going to drive all the way up. Where this is super beneficial for golfers, guys, is coming all the way through the pelvis here. So when we do these, it's not just dropping down, sliding, and coming up just a little bit. I want there to be a pop of the pelvis. So when you come up, feel like that pelvis is starting to pop underneath us. Similar feeling, guys, to in our golf swing. If you can't control and articulate this pelvis, it's going to be a lot harder to get that pelvis underneath you, get that belt buckle close to the target, and be able to get all that power that we've got in our legs and butt to work for us. So again, really good one here, guys. If you need a little momentum with it, that's fine. Get it going. We're going to drop nice and low into the squat, big drive all the way up to the sky, pop that pelvis. And guys, these are great to do in sets of maybe 10 to 20, maybe 2 full sets of them. You're going to get that benefit of the squat. You're going to get the benefit of articulating that pelvis a little bit more. You're going to get the benefit in the stabilization of those shoulders as well. And one more here with the kettlebells, guys. I always do this with a light one, just back to the 5-pounder here. Call these around the world. So you can do this, guys, with a light dumbbell if that's all you've got at the gym, but I would bet you at your gym you're going to find some light kettlebells as well. You can do this with a 3, 4, 5-pound dumbbell as well if you don't have it. So we're going to go all the way up, guys. I want some good movement through the shoulders here. You're going to start up, take a stance maybe about as wide as hitting a driver, come all the way down just like we're dribbling a basketball between the legs, okay? So we're going to drop it nice and low. And again, I see a lot of times, guys, when I do this with some clients, a lot of people like to cheat. We come down here and they kind of hinge instead of dropping the butt low into a squat. So kind of hinge here and then you almost have to throw it through there. If you feel like you've got to throw this thing, we want to get that butt lower and be able to reach with it. So again, when we get going with these guys, just drop it low all the way through, all the way back up. And if you see it, especially from the side, I want some good movement all the way through the shoulders. Okay, all the way up, work it all the way through. Once you feel pretty comfortable with that, guys, just go the other way. Drop it through the back, all the way up, work it all the way through. Good rotation through the shoulders. Again, dropping that butt nice and low, getting some of that work in there with the squats, getting the work with the rotation into the shoulders. Again, getting that strength into those legs and that butt. So give these a shot, guys. Kettlebells are really beneficial, especially for golfers. And get some stabilization into the shoulders, build a little strength into that lower body, hopefully play some better golf.